Yo, yo, what's going on, fellas? Happy Wednesday morning to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Morning's off to a good little start. Appreciate you guys kicking off that morning with me here, right here on Winning Bets, where we get to talk some sports and talk some sports betting as well. We, of course, have at the top of the hour, live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, preview another full MLB slate with myself and the Hockey Squirrel. Every game will be discussed. Winners, losers, and every game, overs, unders. You can get it all at the top of the hour, live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time here on the Payoff pitch. If I look like I'm a little bit more like on top of you this morning, that's because I got booted from the studio / guest bedroom because we've got some company coming in town. So I'm scrunched back up in the master bedroom like I was for the past 6 months before we moved up in here. So that's why we're a little bit closer today. That's why a little more intimacy here today. Hey, let's jump on into the recap from yesterday, see how yesterday unfolded, and then let's talk a few more things. MLB trade deadline and some other things we need to talk about as well. So throwing up that recap from yesterday, we'll get to go ahead and ring that cash register at their 3-0 day, pulling out the brooms, doing a little bit of sweeping here on the Winning Bets. 3-0 and plus 2.34 units. Absolutely love to see that right there. Love to see that right there. What were some of those wins? How about Alcantara under 6.5 Ks? That cash, not only did under 6.5 Ks, got hit up by a few of you on Twitter that the line dropped to 5.5 at plus money. I said go ahead and do that bet too. Phillies just own him too well. Now give Alcantara credit. Man went 8 strong, but he stayed under 5.5 and under 6.5 Ks. Pitched himself a hell of a game. He certainly, I would say, turned the corner. I would say he certainly turned the corner, and the people that are bagging on him, probably need to ease up on bagging on him, because that's a team in the Phillies that absolutely own him from like a batting average standpoint. And again, he went 8 strong, had himself a good outing. If you were on Phillies money line, boy, did you get a nice dramatic win there in the top of the 9th inning. I know Squirrel was on Phillies money line. That's kind of why I remember it and why I mention it. So yeah, good game right there. Good job staying under 6.5 Ks. We also had the cash cow. The cash cow under 1.5 walks. Why did we get that at a playable number? And when I mean a playable number, I mean it doesn't have to be a parlay piece. We've been having to parlay that, and usually it's the parlay piece that kind of screws us up. We got it at minus 135. Minus 135 for the GOAT of all pitchers that doesn't walk anybody to stay under 1.5 walks. How many walks did he get yesterday? Yeah, that's the only bad part. He got 0. We know what happens. You know his next start, because we've seen it in the past. When he throws up a bagel, it goes back down to 0.5. That was the only heartbreaking from that. I was watching that, at least from a GameCast perspective, just hoping he would draw 1 walk, but the guy's too good. We've talked about his command. We know everything about it. Hell, didn't even justify that pick on the payoff pitch. Is so goddamn good to us. That's now cash at 18 of his 22 starts. And if I had to take a guess, we haven't hit all 18, because I mentioned, again, some of those have been a parlay piece, and some of them they offered at 0.5, but he's been damn good to us. Probably 10 or 12 cashes so far this season. So love to see that right there from the cash cow. And then our night ended with just the Pirates winning the game. Too many hitting advantages, way too many bullpen advantages, and that was an absolute no-sweat winner. Pirates never led in the game, and then once they scored runs, they always had a multi-run advantage. They were always up by a few, always had a little bit of a cushion. Win the game 4-1. That is a nice, easy cash right there to wrap up our night going 3-0 and plus 2.34 units. So starting to do some things around here, and I'm feeling good. And I am one of those guys, fellas, I am superstitious and I am OCD. Not like a lot of people, right? We're all OCD. We're all probably superstitious to some degree. Like if I'm walking down the sidewalk and my right foot hits the crack, you damn better know that the next time I come across a crack, the left foot is going to be the one that steps on that crack. Like that's just kind of how I am. So what I mean by that? We went 3-0 yesterday. I got 3 bets again today. Why alter the course? Stay on the path. You get a nice 3-0 sweep. Just go right back to 3 plays today. I've already tweeted all 3 plays on Twitter. It's Kikuchi under 16.5 outs, Kikuchi under 6.5 Ks, and give me that Reds F5 team total over 2.5 runs. So all 3 plays are already out there. Now it's time to have some fun on the payoff pitch. Justify them. I will not be adding any official plays, but we already scooped up some arbitrage this morning, putting some, of course, free money in our pocket. Arbitrage is when you bet both sides of a wager, guarantee yourself some free money. So the leans I talk about on payoff pitch will drop themselves in a free roll a little bit later on this afternoon. So come on to the payoff pitch. Even though I may not add any more bets to the official 3 that I've given out, Obviously, lots of good leans will be given out on that show, and then the payoff pitch, Hockey Squirrel, whatever he's got also to go ahead and provide with you guys as well. So let's talk about that MLB trade deadline for a little bit. What did you guys make of that MLB trade deadline? Kind of ho-hum, like not really a big deal. Like Max Scherzer going, to the Rangers? Like Max Scherzer's been kind of shit all season long, kind of been shit last season. So like that doesn't really move the needle. Maybe Verlander back to Houston, I guess, is certainly the biggest trade, but he hasn't been all that spectacular, so far this season. Maybe putting him back in a Houston uniform will, get him going and get him back to maybe the Verlander that I think we all know and recognize. But overall, I wasn't blown away by the trade deadline. You always got bullpen arms that'll move, but it's not really moving the needle, right? Lance Lynn gets traded. A couple other starters. I don't know. They didn't really make much of that trade deadline. So I don't know what you guys made of that as well. Let me know in that comment section. One more thing before we do get in that comment section is don't forget, Premier League season-long preview live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So that pretty much means as soon as payoff pitch is over, we'll get rid of the Hockey Squirrel and we'll bring Matt on into the show. And Matt, of course, is returning now for the third or fourth straight season of Premier League all season long. We'll do the preview on Thursday, and then the following week, we're right on into match week number 1 previews. How awesome is that? Football, soccer, the whole gambit. It's coming back, obviously, starting next week. And I've already given out some Premier League plays. We're going to go ahead and do, what did I give out yesterday? I can't even remember now. What the heck did I give out? We gave out the Arsenal Man City -1 handicap parlay. Both of those teams -1. Arsenal's taking on Forest. City's taking on Burnley. I think both of them will win by a margin. Obviously, if they only win by 1, we'll get a push and we'll have a super juicy other leg, but that is what it is. We're also going to go ahead and do Brentford-Tottenham over 2.5 goals, right? You want to back Brentford at home. Tottenham was an absolute mess last year. They conceded. They scored. I didn't see them bringing in any new center backs worth of shit, so they're probably going to have the same defensive issues unless they can, bring somebody in here in the last couple weeks. But last couple weeks isn't going to help them out come next Saturday up against Brentford. So I like over 2.5 in that game. And, of course, we'll talk about some more of those on the preview show. We'll see what, obviously, Matt goes on. We're also going to do this season in the Premier League 1 parlay a week. Matt will give you a leg. I'll give you a leg. It'll make my official card. I can't speak for whatever the hell Matt's going to do, but it'll be on my official card. It'll be the Between the Post parlay of the week, brought to you by Matt and myself, and we'll have fun throughout the season making, 38 parlays? See how many of those suckers we can hit. All right, fellas, hop in that comment section. Hopefully you guys are doing well on this great Wednesday. Nebraska, what's up, man? Yesterday was good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's hear that again. What the hell there, Nebraska? Ching, ching. Glad yesterday was good to you, man. So funny how, is it the turn of the month? I know some people, when they're having a bad week, they'll be like, woo, new week. And it's somehow all of a sudden they're off to a profit, or a bad month. And they're all of a sudden turning a profit. I don't know what happened. It was a new month, but I don't know. Good job, Nebraska. Love to hear that right there. You wish Greinke pitched every day. Yeah, no shit. Me too. He certainly could, because they don't throw him enough pitches. We know he ain't going past 5 innings and 70-some pitches. So run his ass back out there tomorrow. Pull out those brooms, Steven. I think you're going to pull out those brooms again. I don't think you put that thing in the closet, did you, Steven? Hopefully you kept that thing just outside the closet within arm's reach so you can pull that sucker out again tonight and do some more sweeping. Let's go, Steven. Let's go, my man. Let's go. All right, fellas, that's all I got planned for today. Obviously, guiding up to the payoff pitch live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Payoff pitch live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Let me know what some of your best bets are. Let me know what some of your favorite underdogs are on the day. I, of course, got plenty of them as well. I'm looking forward to breaking it all down here at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Anything else, fellas? Nebraska coming in with another comment. Love it, man. Loving the energy, fellas. I love when we have energy like this. Let's go. Let's read this one. Ready for a few more spots to start to. Ready for a few more sports, not spots. Yeah, I mean, everybody's always ready for football. Everybody knows I don't do college football, but whatever. I do NFL football. And then obviously I do Premier League, Champions League, and those are my 3, favorite sports, obviously, by far, is Premier League, Champions League, and then NFL as well. You got soccer, football, baseball, hockey, and basketball all at once. Give it to us. Well, that's what the Hockey Squirrel was talking about yesterday. He is a volume better. He bets every, EV, not every EV bet out there, but he don't shy away from them. If they're plus EV, he gravitates towards them. So, he's one of those handicappers where if you're going to tail him, you got to be willing to put, maybe 30, 40 units in play during the time period that Nebraska is talking about, when you've got hockey, when you've got football, when you got baseball maybe still wrapping up, when you got soccer, he's going to have 30, 40 units in play a day. It's a lot to stomach. Obviously, he's got a good track record doing that, but that's kind of what you get into. These high volume, guys in this time of year. It's got to be, just be a little careful. But that's what we love, Nebraska, and I can't wait to it either. I can't wait to it. But we're just going to go 3-0 again today. 3 bets yesterday, 3-0. Looking to repeat it again today. Going another 3-0 today. All right, fellas, let's go. Anything else? Where are my notes from the Premier League? What bets did I give out yesterday? Let's pull this up. What bets did I give out yesterday? Anybody remember? We gave out that over in Brentford-Tottenham. We gave out the -1 parlay. What else did we give out? I think that may have been the only ones we gave out. I can give you one right now. Anybody want another one? Who wants another Premier League pick? Let me know if you want another Premier League pick. I need the energy. I need the vibes. I need the energy more than the vibes. Give me the energy, fellas. You want another Premier League pick? I got another one right here. Ready to go. It's another winner. You guys will recognize the play. We played it last year, last match week of the year. We played it last year. Got a cash. Got an easy cash, as a matter of fact. Going to go right back to the well again on this one. Yes, sir. 3-0. I hear that, man. I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious, and we're just going to do 3 plays again today. Ooh. Oh, Steven wants more Premier League picks. All right, Steven. You know my favorite team's Manchester United. Everybody knows that. Both teams will score no in the Wolves match. Both teams will score no between United and Wolves, -110. I would love to go. Let me go look up this hit rate. You guys remember this from last year. Check this out. All right, hold on. Let's get this, fellas. All right, hold on. Check this one out. We're going to do both teams to score no. Remember, we cashed this in the last match week last year between Man United versus Wolves. It's only cashed in head-to-head, right? Because you're not going to have, when we do these preview shows, at least for the first week, too, it's not going to be a normal show where it's like, this team scores this many goals per game. Because see, it's match week number 1. We don't have those stats. So we can really just lean on who the teams are in previous head-to-head. Well, both teams to score no has cashed. How about 8 of the last 9 head-to-head? How about 8 of the last 9 head-to-head has cashed both teams to score no? Wolves, no Adama Traore. He's a free agent, has yet to re-sign with the Wolves or sign with another team. They get rid of Raul Jimenez. I actually don't think Raul Jimenez is all that good. But the fact is, done a damn thing to replace Raul Jimenez. So while he may not be good, they've just gotten weaker because they've lost their best striker. And they got rid of their best player, Ruben Neves. He went to go to Saudi Arabia to go make all the cash in Saudi Arabia. Because that's the new thing you do these days is you go to Saudi Arabia and scoop up bags of cash. Well, Ruben Neves, their best player, he couldn't turn down the money, so he's gone. They ain't scoring on Manchester United. And there's always a chance that Manchester United doesn't score because we know how compact Wolves are defensively. I think United gets the win. I think it's probably a 2-0, 3-0 win. I think it's pretty damn comfortable. And I don't even see Wolves punishing the goal. But give me both teams to score no. I wouldn't do Wolves team total under 0.5 because you look at that head-to-head, they flip-flop on who is the team that can hold the both teams to score no and can get the clean sheet victory. So just stick to both teams to score no. Don't worry about who gets the win to nil. I think it'll be United, but let's just get one of those sides unable to score, or maybe both unable to score. So there you go, boys. There's another soccer play for you. So we've got both teams to score no, and United versus Wolves at -110 over on Bet Rivers. At +103 over on Bet Rivers. Get Arsenal -1 taking on Forest, and get City -1 taking on Burnley. And then over 2.5 goals, Brentford Tottenham. This is one of those plays where you're making based off last season, and we know how Brentford was at home. We know how Tottenham was. Harry Kane, there's the one thing here with this bet is Harry Kane, I'm about 95% sure he's going to Bayern. It just seems like we're finally at a time where, Harry Kane's not going to accept the new deal. He's talked about it, and his actions also back up. Like, he's not going to sign a new deal. Well, you don't let, your best player, leave for free. Right? You just don't do that. Not when you can scoop up $90 to $100 million. Those guys don't walk for free. Harry Kane's going to be sold whether he's in this game or not. The way their new head coach is offensive, the way they did not fix their defensive issues this transfer window yet, there's going to be goals. Give me over 2.5 in Brentford versus Tottenham. Let's hop back in this comment section. God, I could talk soccer all day. I love it. There you go, Nebraska. I gave it to you. Do Wolves even have a forward that can score? I don't think so, man. And even if they had Raul Jimenez, like, who gives a shit? He's terrible. Ever since that guy got that head injury, it just hasn't been the same. I feel bad for the guy, but he just hasn't been the same. -110. Love the pick. Oh, yeah. I know I had a -145 with Alcantara or 6.5 on the card. I'm generally not a juicy player. It's I got it on Bet Rivers at -110, but if you're telling me it's -110 on FanDuel, cool. Good. Let's get it. Wolves don't even, and they don't have Adame Traore, which, they don't have the oil, greasy man streaking down the field just to whip in a shitty cross. Not this season. Anything else, fellas? We got about a couple more minutes till the payoff pitch. Loving the vibes, loving the energy. What do we got, boys? Those are 3 Premier League picks we've given out. I'll put this one up on, I think I did put those other ones up there yesterday. This is the pick we're talking about. United, Wolves, both teams to score no -110. What was that Arsenal play again? Let's put that up on the screen. So you can go over to Bet Rivers. You could do it on other sports books, but Bet Rivers has the best price. You want to do the Asian handicap. You want to do -1 for both. If they were to win by 1, you just get a push, and then the other leg is obviously still valid. So we need to win by multiple goals. Arsenal at home against Forest. I didn't see where they improved their defense, and they were god-awful last year on the road. They were god-awful last year defensively, and now they're going to be traveling to the Emirates in week 1. Love everything about what Arsenal's been able to do in this transfer window, so they'll certainly win by multiple goals. And City, again, like we talked about, they're not going to run it. He's not going to run it up on Vincent Kompany. I'm fully convinced he's not going to run it up on him, but he's also not going to risk a late equalizer in the 90th minute. So they'll win by multiple goals. Not too worried about that. Really not too worried about that. Why have we got this over here? See, coming on over into the jam here. Can't be having that. Gotta do something. There we go, boys. Can't be having that like that. Knocked in here in the master bedroom. All right, let's take this last comment here. Can you explain briefly the difference in handicaps? You know what, Nebraska? It is a pain in the ass to understand the Asian handicaps because they've got 1 point. You can do like -1, -1.5, -5. I fully understand it, but I have a terrible time explaining it, like just straight up. I know I do. Because it's like you either like win half or lose half. It's like really confusing. So there in the comment section is on Wikipedia the definition of Asian handicap. You can see like what 1.25 means if you were to bet it, or -1.25. Great. It's a great chart that'll explain it way better than I can. It explains how you win half of your wager and then lose the other half of your wager. Just go check that out. That'll do a lot better job than me there, Nebraska. Kane starts and scores. I love it. I don't know, Steven. I'm convinced he's out of there, man. But, will he be out of there in a time for him to miss the Brentford match? I can't see them getting a deal. You're talking 10 days. Do they get it done in 10 days? When you're talking $100 million, those deals don't come together in 10 days. Those deals take weeks to come together. They've kind of been talking. But, yeah, the only concern would be is the deal's close enough to that they hold him back so they don't get injured. Obviously, you're not going to have the guy get injured because then you can't sell him for $100 million. So that's the only concern is how close is the deal to maybe they hold him back. But either way, like I said, the new coach is apparently very offensive-minded. Their defense is still god-awful. I'm fine with over 2.5. You're welcome, Nebraska. All right. We're officially right up here. We got to get ourselves a hockey squirrel. Come right on back, guys. Let's preview today's MLB slate. We'll do that at the top of the hour. Hang tight. Well, hello there, my fellow baseball enthusiasts. Welcome on into the Hump Day edition here of the Payoff Pitch. We're live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. He's the Hockey Squirrel, and I'm Jason, and we're here to preview every single day in the MLB, powered by Bet Openly. Win more and lose less with Bet Openly. Squirrel, we call it quick hits. We like to know what's going on with you this morning. How's it going there, buddy?
Hey, buddy. So I'm really dedicating myself to giving out free picks the entire month. I want to stay consistent with it every single day. I just got done making, a video for the free pick, or a free pick I have this morning. It's going off, I guess, in like an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. It's the early game. It's the early game. As a result of all the stuff I got caught up into doing, though, and I got really excited over this particular play, I unfortunately am a little unprepared here. So there will be some live handicapping going on here, man. And sometimes the off the cuff things turn into something, kind of fun. So I won't say that I really have my innings filled out for this particular episode of Payoff Pitch, but we're gonna find things. We're gonna poke and prod around at the board and see what we can come up with.
Deliver some winners. That's what we try and do our best every single day. With that, let's jump on into it. We call it Around the Bases. We'll take a couple of games and break them on down. You mentioned an early game. Is that what you want to kick off here in Around the Bases?
Yeah. And this is what I gave out, this is a free pick I gave out today, and the free picks that I gave out yesterday went 3-1. So that was a good start to the month of August for the people who are tailing there. That went out in my newsletter as well. So I started the newsletter back up also. If you're out there and watching and want to be a part of that, it's completely free. It's an email list that is right on the homepage of hockeysquirrel.com. Let's get into the game. It is the Angels and the Braves. The game was 10.5 when it opened, and I watched it nosedive a full run. I tell you, Jason, this just never happens. It just doesn't really happen to watch a game go from 10.5 to 9.5 in one straight swoop. This did. The only thing I can come up with here, man, is that there's a couple of Angels that are doubtful or resting. The biggest name there is the DH, Mike Moustakas. Other than that, Matt Thaiss, if that's the pronunciation, and Mickey. Okay, yep. Yeah, and then the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. So they're resting three guys. So collectively, maybe, worth a run. But I think that Moustakas has to probably carry most of the weight there. But when I go into the stats, the team stats or the player stats of this particular team, I take a look, and Moustakas has only played 27 games for the whole season. It's not like they're not used to playing without the guy. Like if it was Ohtani, who's played seemingly every single game, 106 games he's been in and a part of, you still have a lot to this team that is the core of the team. I'm not overly scared of that, really. And did we really expect the Angels to be the ones to contribute anyway? It's mostly you're looking to this to be a Braves domination. At least that's what we've hoped it would be over the last couple days here. But I certainly don't know if I buy that. The line comes out 10.5 and now 9.5, a full run for a guy who's only played 27 games in the season. I don't think so. I took the over 9.5 in this one, and I think you see it the same.
Yeah, I do see it the same. I mean, this Braves offense versus right-handers is humming along too good. The Angels is well above league average, and we know about that Angels bullpen. So, yeah, maybe missing a few guys on getaway day, but I think the over is certainly the play. If I'm going to bet it, I'm certainly going to be on the over in that one. So I like that play right there to kick us off here on Payoff Pitch. I'm going to get into a game here between the Padres and Rockies, and thought about like how to justify this pick. I certainly like the Padres today. Joe Musgrove's on the mound going up against Kyle Freeland. I guys could hit you guys with all the stats with how the Padres crush left-handers, but like that shit gets kind of annoying. Like you hear that crap from me every day. So I'm going to do a justify this pick in a new way that I've never done. You guys play MLB Beat the Streak app. You guys play it. We talk about it here. Open up this app. Jump on into it. MLB Beat the Streak. here we are up and into it where you can see that I'm up onto a 2. So there you go. You can see today I'm using Manny Machado and I'm going to use Kevin Newman. There are the Reds. But let's take Manny Machado out here for a second. Let's remove this pick. So you can come to this app and let's say we want to add a player. They've got suggested players up here. Suggested players. Look who they tell you who to play. They want you to play Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, and some dude's Capuano. These are all Padres players. I've been playing this app for 10 years, it feels like. Whenever the hell it started, they've never suggested me to take 4 guys on the same goddamn team. That's because the Padres crushed left-handers. They didn't get to Austin Gombers. It happens. You're not going to bring your A game every day. But this app is right on it. They crushing left-handers. How can you not like the Padres today? It didn't work out the other night against Gomber. Look for them to do some damage up against Kyle Freeland. So there's justification right there. I'm not going to get you all the numbers. You guys heard it, know it. There we go. Padres on the run line. They should certainly crush today. What else you got for us, Squirrel?
Let's see. Another one I was looking at. Mostly everything is going to be pretty much data model at this point. I took the Mets and Royals over 9 at even odds. If I were to sit there and wait, could I get an 8.5? I don't think it's probably going to get there. If I wanted to wait for it to go down, I just took the over 9. I see on one source that Marsh was the starting pitcher, but then I didn't see that on another. So it might be kind of this like weird bullpen thing. Who was the other? Cole Reagans was the other one I saw. So I don't know if it's going to be Marsh or Reagans or some kind of combination of opener.
Yeah, I'm showing Reagans. And remember, he was involved in that Aroldis Chapman trade. Not that good. Also not going to go too deep in the game. So, yeah.
If you look at the game log, he's probably this one inning kind of guy. And then probably Marsh after that. So, and then you have your favorite. As to quote you, friend of the program, Kodai Senga. But yeah, I don't know. Just projection-wise, it's a good over.
Like it. All right, cool. Let's talk about this Reds versus Cubs game. Big series, obviously, in Chicago with the Cubs trying to catch the first-place Reds. It's played out to a good series in terms of back and forth. We'll see who can get the victory today. I'm going to look at the Reds, though. I feel like we've been kind of on this series. We've been able to correctly predict who's been able to have the advantage in this series. Well, I think the Reds will have the advantage today. They're taking on the left-hander here in Drew Smyly, and boy, do they have some absolutely impressive numbers against left-handers. The Padres are number 1, as we know, but the Reds are coming in at number 2, batting .328, slugging .463 with a weighted runs created of 118. So we love where they're at offensively. They're getting Drew Smyly now for the 3rd time this season. First time this season, 4.2 innings pitched. He gave up 9 hits, 7 runs. Second time they saw him, 4.2 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits and 5 runs again. He's coming off a start in which 5 of the last 6 opponents have all cashed their F5 team total. So he's in a really bad place right now, him personally. Obviously, he's struggled against the Reds this season. A lot of hitter familiarity. We're in a great place right now with our Reds team. Look, they get blown out yesterday, 20-9. But they still put up 9 runs. They cashed this F5 team total yesterday against Justin Steele. Everybody sitting here watching this program knows Justin Steele is way better than Drew Smyly. They hit it against him with the way they're swinging against left-handers. They're going to do it against Drew Smyly today. So I like that F5 team total over 2.5 runs at plus 120. Let's shut up now. Let's shut up and pitch and give these guys some pitching props. What do you got for them?
I was just looking at some of my projections here. I know the Rays have a higher strikeout rate. I just checked, and it was 25%. So, basically a quarter of the time that they're at the plate, they're striking out. Is the line 7.5 for Garrett Cole too high? This is the question. I have it projected even 3. So, it would. Are you there?
Oh yeah, we're here. Oh, hello? Squirrel. What's up, Dad? We're about to lose the squirrel. We're losing? There he goes. All right, he'll call right back. What was he going to say? Garrett Cole for 7.5 Ks? I think that's where he was going with that one. Get him back in here. Garrett Cole over 7.5 Ks? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah. So with the Rays 25% in the last 2 weeks anyway for their strikeout rates, I do have Cole projected to go over the 7.5. It feels a little bit high, but so does Spencer Strider at 9.5 every single time. So He damn near did that yesterday too.
Cash the under though, baby. You didn't take your under.
Finally,
He
yeah.
cashed your under. That's the way it is. You don't make the
Yeah.
bet, he cashes it. You make the bet, and he kills you on the hook. Right? That's classic.
No.
That's
No,
classic.
but he would have
Hey,
won on the hook too.
with
Yeah,
that,
it's always right there.
with that Garrett Cole over 7.5 Ks, you might as well lock in Yankees money line, right? Hot team, Yankees money line, so damn good, right?
Again, like
Yankees money line. I mean, how can you turn it down?
I feel sarcasm here. I feel
Yes, that team sucks, and yet people continue to bet on the Yankees. What are you betting on?
Yeah.
What are you betting on? Aaron Judge is back in the lineup. Oh, great. Aaron Judge. Great. Hey, you know what? You should be
not
betting.
until something is proven, though. I mean, for myself, I mean, it could
They've
absolutely
proven
change
they
that.
suck. I've seen enough. I have seen enough. But I do like you. Obviously, Garrett Cole, he's a horse. They're going to ride him until he throws 100 pitches. I mean, you ain't getting anything else out of that rotation, so you might as well let Garrett Cole do as much as he can. So you're going to get volume out of him. You'll get plenty of opportunities to hit that over. It's certainly a good play. He's had success against this Rays team. So, yeah, I like it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and target Wade Miley under 3.5 Ks at plus 120. He stayed under in 9 of his 13 starts so far this season. So you love that, right? He's stayed under in 9 of 13 starts, and we're getting this at plus 120. And we're talking about the Nationals. What do? They hit left-handers, and they don't strike out. You're giving me this at plus 120 at under 3.5 Ks. That is too good to pass up. I also like Braxton Garrett under 16.5 outs. Kind of the same story in which we talked about yesterday with Alcantara, right? He was always staying under 6.5 Ks. The hit rate is great. The hit rate is there with Braxton Garrett. And then he's got the same hitter familiarity issues that Alcantara did. I give Alcantara credit. He went 8 strong, and that hitter familiarity didn't win. Let's see what Braxton Garrett could do. He's got batting averages against him of 500, 500, 429, 333, 500, and another 333. I didn't bother writing down the guys, but those are the main guys in the Phillies team. Those are the batting averages career off of Braxton Garrett. So I think he'll struggle. I like him under 16.5 outs. Those are my 2 pitching props. Which ones? You have another one?
I kind of am wondering if this is a joke.
What is it? Yeah, you froze on us. We'll have to hear what that is when you come back. Hey, I did have another one while he comes back. I did have in my notes Shohei Ohtani over 0.5 walks. It's minus 105 over on DraftKings. I know he didn't get that walk yesterday that we talked about, but that was because of Spencer Strider, I think. And maybe that was a little bit of a mystery because they let Spencer Strider attack Shohei Ohtani. He struck him out second times. Will Yanni Chirios get the same luxury that a big power pitcher and Strider got against Ohtani? Probably not at minus 105. I would still take a stab. It's cashing 14 of his last 25 games. It's basically even money. I've got some personal money on it. Let's see if he can't draw a walk today. All right. Did you have another one, Squirrel?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I was saying I think this might be a joke. If it's not a joke, I would honestly entertain 2 units on it. And I say that because the cash rate is 100%. Dude's never done it, as far as I can tell. That is, if there is a line seriously on Cole Reagan's on 3.5 strikeouts, I don't see how that doesn't. I mean, he's never done it. He's never gotten 4. Even in his last start, he went 5 innings and only got 3. Okay. Atlanta Braves. Actually, there was one game against the Atlanta Braves he got 4 the whole season.
I'm showing Cole Reagan's under 3.5 at plus 110.
Yeah, isn't that stupid? The dude's done it one time ever.
You know, I hear you. And last time I did that with Andrew Abbott, he said, and struck out 10 of those Rockies. So I hear you, man. I hear you. That didn't quite work out for you last time with Andrew Abbott. Let's get a look at what the Royals are doing. They've got the 13th best batting average, 273. They're not striking out at 13.9%. No, but he's going up against... Oh, yeah, he got traded to the Royals. We need to look at the Mets. Okay, sorry. They hit 224 and strike out 16.8%. That could be a good one right there. Very low strikeout rate, 131 plate appearances, so this is not a false number. I would think that there's a lot of truth here with the 131 plate appearances. Like that, 16.8% strikeout, under 1.10. Good, you may have found us a little hidden gem right there. All
and
right,
you're
cool.
getting plus money.
Yeah, and you're
for
getting plus
a
money.
dude that might go like maybe a couple innings most.
Well, what did he do? We know how the Rangers were treating him, but how were the Royals treating him? Like, has he had an appearance under a Royals uniform? Like, do we know that
One.
they did?
Yeah, one. And he went 5 innings against Tampa Bay Rays and got 3 strikeouts on 81 pitches.
Okay, that's kind of what I was getting at. So it looks like the Royals are willing to stretch him a little bit longer, is what I was wondering.
Right.
Because he had gone
But
5 innings
Rays are
all
going to
season.
have a significantly higher strikeout rate if he
100%.
went 81 pitches against a team that's striking out over 25%, and now he goes against the Mets who only strike out 16.
I agree. I agree. I was just curious how the Royals were treating him from a usage standpoint. So I like it.
Yeah, no, I know. Right. I mean, yeah, if the Rangers were only letting him go an inning or, not even two, yeah, basically.
If he was only pitching 2 innings, I would throw all the cash on that and say, if you can strike out 4 out of 6, I'll tip my cap to you, my man. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying. But even at 5 against the Rays with a high strikeout rate, he got 3. So, I don't know.
sign me up. I'm going to keep my card to 3 plays, but I tell you what, if I was willing to add a 4th, I like it, Squirrel. I like it. I like it. All right. Let's any more, or should we get the long shots?
Let's go to long shots.
Let's go to long shots. We do that. There's some plus money bets on the board that we like. There's obviously one in every game. What,
Damn it, bro.
there's one in every game. What dogs are we riding today, Squirrel?
There's one inside every box. Everybody gets a prize.
Where are we
I
going?
had interest in this new kid, Slade Saccone. How cool is that name, huh? It's the Diamondbacks, brand new, factory new.
Nerfy of the
pitcher
day.
from
That sounds like a
minor leagues.
Nerfy to me if I've ever heard one. Which that Nerfy and Diamondbacks Giants hit yesterday. I said that was the best Nerfy of the day. But the one I told
There
you
you go.
to
Good
bet
job.
was Tigers Pirates, and that one hit too at plus money. That's why you didn't bet that minus 150. You bet the plus money one and got a good cash yesterday. I would do. I don't know who the hell Slade is, but I see Logan Webb or Slade. I would do the Nerfy in that game. Sign me up.
So listen, man, it's kind of nice actually. This dude, take everything with a grain of salt because it's minor leagues. However, 103 innings pitched, 104 strikeouts. So he's basically, he's getting a strikeout per inning. Whip not awful. I mean, ERA is a little higher than you'd like to see, but I don't know if that's really a great indicator for a lot of things. I mean, you have to take every metric, again, with as I said, like a grain of salt. I mean, it doesn't mean like somebody's just awful just because of an ERA or, it's sometimes dependent on the outfielding or the defense behind him as well. So, yeah, but I'm honestly looking at taking the offense and trying to get that plus 160 and go in on a Diamondbacks money line, even with the brand new pitcher.
And don't be scared of Logan Webb. I faded him in his last start with the Red Sox. The Red Sox offense is better than the Diamondbacks, and quite frankly, the bullpen is way better than Diamondbacks. But I got a good plus money cash. I ain't scared of that bum at home. Who cares?
Yeah.
What? Just out of curiosity, Slade, whatever the hell you said his last name is, what handedness is he? What
That's
handedness
great.
is he?
He is a righty, throws right.
Okay, that's the Giants' better split. But that being said, they only hit 230, so not like
He's
it's
6'4", 219 pounds.
All right.
Nice.
So you're recommending people to bet the Diamondbacks as an underdog today on the road at Logan Webb. Any other long shots?
I would. That's my only one at the moment.
Okay. If I look at the board, I go back to the Reds Cubs series. Maybe I haven't personally been betting it in terms of publicly, but I've been betting it personally. I've been dialed into the series. Reds money line for me. Reds money line, hit left-handers too strong. Cubs are fading dramatically versus left-handers. We've kind of talked about that their last few starts, although good to get to Andrew Abbott for a little bit, but then they didn't do anything. This is a spot here for the Reds, plus 114, just like I talked about when it gets that Andrew Abbott, right? To acknowledge the Cubs bullpen is better, but if we get into our high leverage guys, I think we can get a win, just like we got the win 2 nights ago, 6-5 with the Reds. I think we can reproduce that. We'll have our high leverage guys. They weren't used yesterday. Give me the Reds, plus 114. Take it on the Cubs today. All right, 5th inning, keep swinging. We did pitching props. Let's do some hitting props now. What do you got for the people?
It's my WNBA inning.
Oh, did our WNBA parlay hit yesterday?
I don't think so. Probably not.
What missed? Was it the spread or the over? Under?
The Vegas under one and whatever else it was lost. It was that
Pain.
I think the Connecticut Sun, we did minus 11 and they won by 10.
Oh, classic. Classic.
So, by a freaking basket, yeah.
All right, so the under hit, and they won by 10. Ugh, tough. Well, that under hit easily. It was only 165 points. I was on under 178.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got for us today there in WNBA?
Does the Seattle Storm plus 6.5? Seattle Storm plus 6.5 on the spread.
Okay, Seattle Storm plus 6.5 on the spread. Anything else, or is that it?
That is all. There's only one single game in the whole WNBA today. That is the game. It's 9:30 p.m., so you'll be asleep. Just wake up to the win tomorrow.
Damn, dog, give me some credit. You don't know what I got going on
Sleeping.
tonight. Maybe
Maybe
I'll be at the club.
I know. Yeah, on a Wednesday, I'm sure.
Yeah, Wednesday night popping at the club. Popping. All right, you guys already saw
Downtown Chi-Town.
You guys saw from the MLB Streak app. You already know the two guys I'm on. Manny Machado, he's 14 for 44 up against Freeland with 6 doubles and only 4 strikeouts. Love that right there. And then Kevin Newman, there are the Reds. He's 6 for 19 against Drew Smiley. 1 K, 1 double, 1 triple. So two guys, good batting averages, aren't striking out against the starting pitcher. Sign me up for Kevin Newman and Manny Machado today. See if we can't streak into $5.6 million. 6th inning, it's a steal. I'm about to give you my nerfy of the day. What's Squirrel going to give us?
I don't know. You're going to have to go first because I'm not prepared. I don't have a steal yet.
I don't have a lot of analysis for this pick because it's the same nerfy as yesterday, Tigers-Pirates. Just run it on back. It's minus 110 today. It's for all the same reasons we liked it yesterday. So because of that, I'll spare you the analysis because we just talked about it yesterday and got a good cash at plus money. Expect it to be another nerfy hit today. Minus 110, Tigers-Pirates. What you got there?
Perhaps the steal is the Padres. I played the over yesterday in this Rockies game. That could be good as well. I mean, the Rockies still put up 5 yesterday. However, it's Musgrove. Is that kind of like what you would call their ace? Is that kind of their top guy?
I mean, Snell's pitching like an ace. Thought he was actually going to get traded. That's a team that has false hopes of making the playoffs. That probably should have sold some pieces instead of acquiring some pieces, but that is what it is. I don't know. Snell, Musgrove. The way Snell's pitching, probably Snell, but Musgrove's, he's awfully good. They're going to smash the Rockies.
You could wait. I mean, there's a couple of 11.5s. I don't know if you're going to get back to 11.5 as the day goes on. You might want to watch that total. I don't know if I'd try to play it at over 12. I don't think you're going to get too much higher. We'll just say Padres are probably a steal in terms of expectancy to get crushed. It's an afternoon game. I would think that's a fairly easy win. I would hope it would be. So I'll roll with that.
So you're rolling with the 220-ish juice in the Padres game? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'll take a freaking run line. No, before I do that, I'll take the run line.
Okay, run line.
I don't see why you would need to pay that much for a money line. I mean, I don't think that the Rockies are going to keep up. Why would you? You shouldn't think that they're going to keep up.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. All right, for my best bet, I've got 2 best bets. How about that? Because they come from the same player. We're going to Orioles, Blue Jays. We're looking at Kikuchi here. You see Kikuchi. I'm going to fade his outs prop at under 16.5 outs. I'm going to fade his strikeout prop at under 6.5 Ks as well. We've got some, obviously, tons of hitter familiarity with division foes. We've got some batting averages of 462, 500, 473, and 273 up against, you say, Kikuchi. So love to see that right there. We already know that the Orioles hit left-handers pretty damn well because just look what they did yesterday, hitting Rui and getting, 16 or so runs total in that game. So a lot of those came off the left-hander. So good job right there. They've got great numbers. They're not striking out at 16.8%. They do not strike out versus left-handed pitching at 6.8%. Already seen Kikuchi twice this season. This will now be their 3rd time. He went 4.2 innings pitch and 4.2 innings pitch in the other one. Dated back all the way to last season with Kikuchi faced against the Orioles. He stayed under 16.5 outs in every start. Obviously, he got transitioned to the reliever, so it'd be unfair to factor those in. But when he was a starter last year, he also stayed under. So this guy hasn't gone over against the Orioles since 2021 was the last time he went over 16.5 outs. This offense is too good. It's way too damn good against left-handers. They're going to keep this guy under. He's going to go 5 innings max is all he's going to do, and he's going to deliver us 2 great cashes of under 16.5 outs, under 6.5 Ks. What you got, Squirrel?
Hey, The Padres just swapped their pitcher. It's no longer Musgrove. It's Nick Martinez.
Oh, that's a bullpen arm. That's their setup man before Hader. So that's a bullpen day then, because they wouldn't throw an opener before Musgrove. That's not what you would do to Musgrove. So okay, well that's changed. Now I would still back the Padres from an offensive standpoint, right? Obviously, we love the way they hit left-handers. F5 team total, full game team total. Nick Martinez, yeah, that's that left-hander coming out of the bull. That's their setup man. Okay, wow. So they're switching it up. Okay, well, let's go to eighth inning. We like to give out a parlay every single day. They're gonna move the things right there. My parlay was Braves Padres. It was plus 140, but I am with you on DraftKings. I don't even see that game posted anymore. So yeah, you're not making that bet. But I did have Braves Padres as my parlay of the day at plus 140.
I was gonna say that is the same one for me as well.
It's such a no-brainer one. One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll have to wait, see what that line comes back at. It's not going to be minus 245 anymore. And I would still think the Padres are going to win the game with just how well they hit left-handers. So probably still wouldn't be too scared. Probably would still do a Padres-Braves money line parlay. Yeah. Come in way better than plus 140 now. All right, with that being said, we'll throw these bets up on the screen. That's what we do in the closer, and then we get to rapid fire, where we talk about every single game from money line, run line, and over-under perspective. I've got 2 bets with Kikuchi, and then I've got that Reds F5 team total. Let's go ahead and pull up a sports book here and talk about all of these games. Yeah, I hear you there, Nebraska. Maybe the over in that game. Now you're going to really factor on the Rockies having success. I don't know. You guys know how I feel about that. You're only going to see a guy for an inning or two. So I probably would just focus on the Padres and really not much else, to be quite honest. All right, let's hop into it. We get Angels and Braves over under of 10. Angels plus 136. Braves minus 162. You said this went to 9.5. It's quickly right back up to 10. So that was a quick, maybe an overreaction to the lineup news, and now we've gone right back to betting the over. So
that's kind of what I felt like. When I was watching it drop a whole run, I'm like, I don't know, but I mean, even you can see, I mean, it's right there at the minus 120 on the under, though, right?
Minus 150.
They're still getting, so you still can get over 10 at even. I see some of these offshore books just do not want to move to 9.5. They really don't. Especially, your market makers, the Circas and bookmakers and stuff. Mm-hmm. They're sitting at minus 125 on the under 10. They do not want to come down. So I think it's a nice play I have there.
Yeah. I would also do Braves run line in that one. Tigers and Pirates over under of 8.5. Tigers minus 125. Pirates plus 105. I'll be curious to see how Rodriguez pitches today. He told the Dodgers yesterday he didn't want a part of their team, and so that nixed that trade. I'll see how he performs today. Got Bido up against Rodriguez. I like the Pirates again today. They actually don't hit left-handers that great, but it's the Tigers hitting a right-hander, and they don't do that worth a shit either. So I'll take the Pirates at plus money. I know I got massive bullpen advantages from yesterday's analysis, so Pirates at plus money.
Do you care about a total?
Probably stays under, I would think. For sure stays under. Neither of these teams are hitting very well.
Sounds good. I think I had a lean data-wise to the over, but I don't know. I just that's where personal opinion does not mix with data at all.
Right.
But
Brewers and Nationals over under of 9, minus 142 for the Brewers. Nationals plus 120. These two teams are flip-flop in terms of who's better versus left-handers. It's the Brewers that are better versus left-handers than the Nationals. Nationals will make Wade Miley work. We talked about him and shut up and pitch. But I think the Brewers will be more successful. Wade Miley is crafty. He's a veteran. He keeps games low scoring. I'm going under 9, and I'm going Brewers money line minus 142.
Are we 1-1 in this series? Because I took the over yesterday, which did hit, and I took the Nationals as well yesterday, which did not hit. So I went 1-1 on this game. Probably kind of back to the same kind of deal. I mean, I just expect runs from both teams. I don't think was it the Nationals bullpen that sucks really bad if it's off the top of my head. So I expect a lot of runs again, but I like what the Nationals bring in terms of offensive production. So I think I'll probably be right back on the same thing there, Nationals and over.
Nationals over. I mean, yeah, you love backing the Nationals up against a left-hander. So I like Miley a little bit more.
It feels less risky to back the Nationals when you have the over, because at least if they, f up, like,
Yeah.
it's not so detrimental.
Yep. Guardians and Astros over under of 8.5. Guardians plus 114. Astros minus 135. I'm not sure if the Guardians waved the white flag yesterday in trading Bell. It was really weird. They're kind of in contention. I'm taking the Astros. They're probably going to be energized. They're going to see Verlander in the clubhouse today.
Who was that
Ray's
too? The
gonna get a little
Marlins?
pep in their step. Yeah, they traded Marlins. They got Juan Segura, and they sent Bell to the Marlins, which
Yeah.
it feels like just a pretty even swap. I mean, Segura, Bell, there ain't no real damn difference between those two guys.
Well, it might be just locker room issues or something. Who knows?
But I'm going Guardians. I would go Guardians. No, I would go Dash. Man, it's hard not to take the Guardians. Well, the Guardians are at plus money. It's like they've got a good bullpen. Like they've got a good offense.
And they don't strike out for shit. Yeah.
And the Astros are going Ronel Blanco.
Yeah, we'll do Guardians. We'll roll Guardians money line. I like that.
Red Sox Mariners over under of 8. Red Sox plus 102. Mariners minus 122. Cutter Crawford up against Logan Gilbert. I'm going Red Sox. I played them 2 days ago. They didn't get the win. I didn't have enough discipline to go back to the well yesterday when, of course, they won. I'll go Red Sox again today. They'll pull off the series win.
And I took the Mariners yesterday, and they didn't win. I'll go Mariners again. I had the Red Sox and Mariners over, and then the Mariners money line. I like the money line here today, though. I'm a big fan of Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, good reason. Phillies and Marlins over under of 7. 7. This series has not gone over. This series is staying under, which is a little bit surprising.
I believe today is the day, though. It's a bit low. I think I want over 7 today.
Squirrel, how about that Phillies money line yesterday? How did that make you feel?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Electric? Did you rip your shirt off and
have 0 runs? No, I don't do that shit anymore. maybe a couple of years ago I was that way, but not so much anymore. It's nice though to have things like that go your way. I mean, geez, there was a night, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 weeks ago, where I lost 3 games in the 9th inning, blown lead, all three back to back, dude. And the one of them, remember that Blue Jays game? It was 7-3. I was winning, and I lost in the 9th. God. So that was the night. That was the night where I was leading 3 different games in the 9th inning, and I lost all 3. So it's nice, you get 0 runs the whole game, and in the top of the 9th they put up 3 to win. So it goes both ways. Is the nice thing.
I'm going to go ahead and take Phillies at minus 125. I would bet the over. It's at 7. That's too low. I'm going over 7 and Phillies minus 125.
Yeah. Are you getting minus 120 for over 7, by the way?
122, but I'm not price shopping right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's right in there. I'd pay it. I would pay 122 for over 7. I would.
Rays and Yankees over under 7.5. Rays at even money. Yankees at minus 120. Garrett Cole against
Shane McClanahan. You got Garrett Cole. You got Aaron Judge.
I mean,
you got Stanton. How about them Yankees?
I've bet the Yankees for the first 2 games. You're damn right. I'm going back to the well again today. Who are these people? Yeah, it's Rays at plus money. Don't overcomplicate it.
Oh God. But I would like Cole over that 7.5. Not even joking on that one.
I also like over 7.5 runs. Over 7.5 total runs as well.
Cool.
Rays are going to win tomorrow, and somebody's going to hit me up later today on Twitter, so I can't wait. Yankees, are going to win today, and somebody's going to hit me up on Twitter, so I can't wait for that. Sorry, going to hit me up on X. Going to hit me up on X.
Yeah, on X, bro. I know. I said, instead of saying I was gonna send a tweet or whatever, I said yeah, I just posted on X.
Posted on
X. Stupid.
So stupid. Man. Orioles and Blue Jays over under 8.5. That smells like a trap. With Grayson Rodriguez on the mound and Yusei Kikuchi on the mound, and the over under is at 8.5. Orioles plus 105. People faded them coming off Sunday Night Baseball. People said, okay, Blue Jays will bounce back yesterday. The Orioles are a better team, folks. They're the better team. How's this at 8.5? I'm going over. And I'm taking the Orioles to pull off. I don't know if it's a sweep. No, it's a night game, so they must be playing tomorrow. So 3 or 4. To give me the Orioles and the over.
Speaking of Rodriguez, I didn't mention it in the pitching props inning, but
Okay.
his over was a projection, but I didn't like it comparatively to the other players we were looking at, just because I don't think that the Blue Jays had as high of a strikeout rate as some of the other teams there, like the Rays and whatnot. But it's fairly middle of the board for the Blue Jays, but I don't remember if the line, I think it was 4.5. Does that sound right?
Sure.
Over 4.5 then for Rodrigo Rodriguez, whatever.
Grayson Rodriguez, but gotcha.
Yeah.
Twins Cardinals was on the Twins yesterday. That was the correct option. Had a nice little 4-3 or something victory, 3-2.
Yeah,
now we got Joe Ryan
nice.
Up against Dakota Hudson.
I'd do it again.
9. Twins minus 135. Cardinals plus 114. Don't know who the hell's betting the Cardinals still. I'm on the Twins, of course. Twins.
I would be. Yeah, I'd do it again with that name on.
Especially with Joe Ryan against Dakota Hudson.
Yeah.
Especially with that. And then the Cardinals traded like 2 of their good bullpen arms. Like the only 2 guys that really matter, it was Jordan Hicks and that other guy that I can't quite remember. They also traded Paul DeJong, and there was like one other guy they traded. Oh yeah, and their starter, Jordan Montgomery. Cardinals, they're done. They are officially done. Twins minus 135. Reds Cubs plus 130 for the Reds, minus 155 for the Cubs with an over-under of 10.5. I would definitely take the over. For sure, and I would take the Reds at plus 130. Wow, I gave that out on Long Shot. What did I pull up my note? Wow, it was plus 114 called an hour ago when I was doing my research, for the notes. And now it's plus 130.
Really, the Reds were?
Yeah, that's what I have. I just pulled up my notes. I had plus 114, and now it's plus 130. I would take the Reds for sure.
Sure, yeah. I wouldn't let yesterday's result scare you. I wouldn't, even though Williamson's not.
Because why wouldn't you let that scare you? We said the Cubs are the number 1 right-handed hitting team. They faced a right-hander yesterday and lit his ass up. None of that shit's a surprise. It's all predictable. Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't happen, play out that way, but at least we can predict it.
A lot of times it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't.
Right. White Sox and Rangers over-under of 8.5, plus 120 for the White Sox. The White Sox traded damn near everybody but Dylan Cease yesterday. Rangers minus 142. Dane Dunning up against Dylan Cease. I am taking the over,
Rangers.
And I'm taking minus 142 on the Rangers.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we're in agreement there. Mets and Royals. Royals getting a big plus money cash yesterday with a walk-off balk. You don't see that very often. Over-under of 9.
Wow.
Minus 175.
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see it? Yeah, I didn't see it either. Just read about it. Mets minus 175, Royals plus. Well, I did. I just read about it. It was a balk.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know.
He had a little shoulder shake, threw off the bat. Can't be doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Plus 145 for the Royals. Cole Reagan's up against Kodai Senga. Kodai Senga, we know when he fits somebody for the first time, take over on his strike prop, because that's what this guy does. His forkball confuses teams. That being said, I'm going to keep trusting this Royals offense that has shown improvement. Yeah, the bullpen's shaky as hell, so that's why I'll take over 9. But I'll take plus 145 on the Royals.
I love the over. I'm going to stick with the over, and that is at 9 currently.
Diamondbacks, Giants, over-under of 8.5, plus 145 for the Diamondbacks, minus 185 for the Giants. Who won this game yesterday and used their good arms? Let's see. The score yesterday was Giants 4-3. Let me.
You remember I talked about the Zach Gallen. I wanted Zach Gallen in the first 5, and it was 1-0 after 5, so that would have won. The Diamondbacks first 5 would have won.
Yeah, 3-0. Oh, wow. So it was Gallen who was left out there for the 6th inning and the 7th inning, and he gave it up. So the bullpen did decent. They didn't throw all their high leverage guys. Oh, wow. Giants didn't throw any of their high leverage guys. They didn't throw Duvall. They didn't throw either Rogers, Kids. So both teams with all their high leverage guys. I'll take the under 8.5, especially with this guy Slade. Hell, nobody's seen him. And I will take the Diamondbacks.
Well, the Diamondbacks today as I like the Diamondbacks as my long shot today. I really do.
Okay. Athletics, Dodgers, over-under of 9.5, plus 230 for the Athletics. Dodgers coming in at minus 285. Gonsolin up against Harris. As the minus 285 would suggest. Of course, it's all better for the Dodgers. Do you want to do a minus 135 on the run line? Sure, I'll do it.
I tried taking under 9.5, and I think last I saw was 10 runs. I mean, I know I lost it yesterday, but I don't think it was by very much. I'd probably try an under again today. Yeah, there was 10 runs. I had under 9.5. That's how it goes. But I'll do the same thing today.
Okay. All right, fellas, and that's how we're going to do it here today on Wednesday on the great episode here of the Payoff Pitch. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Hopefully we guys can help you find some winners as well. Come on back for tomorrow. We'll be previewing Thursday's slate there in the MLB. We're live every day at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Good luck today, fellas. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow.
Sounds good.